Am I actually dreaming? You're telling me that Dan actually made a mistake? I thought he said he was never wrong.
You don't know I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, you freaking idiot.
Well, not this time, because he has apologised to me and said that all this was a mistake. I don't know if it's because this literally was just petty drama, or because he was wrong. Because he was wrong. And I had all the proof to confirm that. In 2 call-out videos that I made. One I made like a year or so ago, and one I made the other week, last month, I don't know when I did, it was somewhere within that range anyway. It got a lot of attention, and I'm pretty sure that's another reason why Dan the Anti-Criminal apologised. It even caught some of his fans to move away from him, because he was wrong. That he literally was wrong. And I know, like, he'd made a video saying he apologised to me and that, but that video's no longer available because his YouTube channel that video was on got terminated. But thankfully, I screen recorded that video 1 hour before its termination, so boy was I lucky to get that at the right time. So we're going to be reacting to that video in today's video, and some of it, I have watched it before, some of it will be cut out because it does repeat a lot of the stuff he said quite a lot, so I apologise if there's any cutting in the video. And to everyone who expected this, you're welcome. By the way, Dan the Anti-Criminal, if you're watching this, I highly suggest that you just focus on your gaming channel instead of your anti-criminal channels, because your anti-criminal channels is just pure cringe. It's not really helping out the community at all. Like, especially, it's just making the drama a lot worse. The only channel I will actually suggest all of you watch if you support Dan the Anti-Criminal is gaming channel called Dan the Professional Gamer, which I'll link in the description below. That's literally the only channel I'd recommend. Anyway, let's get to the reacting to the apology video now anyway. So here's the video in question. Apology message to RW Security Services for everything by Dan the Anti-Criminal 2. Now, this channel's obviously been terminated already, but thankfully I did archive the video, so yeah, that's how you're able to watch it now, and I'll give my opinion of the apology after the reaction. Let's watch it.
I want to say I am so sorry for calling you a rude names.
Now, rude names, yeah, that's pretty damn bad, so we're just going to go through all the names he's called me.
W Security is nothing but a dumbest you've ever seen. Are you high on drugs or something? You are a pedophile, acting like a Karen. Skank Karen. What a hypocrite. Man, what a bitch you are. Piece of shit. Stupid skank Karen. Hypocrite much? You're a toxic user.
That's a lot of names right there. Quite a big statement there. I hope you mean that.
I was getting sick and tired of you keep defending criminals and sock puppets.
But see, that was our primary issue, because I wasn't supporting criminals and sock puppets. Not to mention, you didn't even have any proof that I did that. So, you know, it makes no sense. You need to give me a chance to explain my side of the story first before you just go out and make outrageous claims.
I just don't want that. So yes, I know. I'm very upset about what you did. Well,
you can tell he's in absolute despair. He's stuttering like crazy. He don't even know what to say. Like, he's messed up big time here, and he knows it.
I just wanted to say I'm truly apologize for calling you a British name. That's not a good idea to insult you like that.
Yeah, it's never a good idea to make a racist remark to another person. That's really messed up.
That's not right.
Well, thank God you figured that part out.
Because I should have stopped doing all those calling your names shortly.
I think it's best that you just stop all this altogether and just focus on your gaming channel if you want to stay on YouTube, mate, because this is out of order. This is completely blown out of proportion.
I know I shouldn't do that.
That just makes it even worse. If you know not to do it, then why continue to do it?
So, yes, I am so sorry. What I'm not sorry to him is that...
Gordy brings up Foxy the Wolf. May I let you know that he's got a severe mental problem? So, first of all, you need to just go easy on him because, you know, he gets bullied all the time. So, he's not really in a right stable mind, so don't be criticising him, because he doesn't actually deserve it. He was just trying to look out for me, because I'm his friend, so don't do that again.
Yeah, I already know. Except I'm not sorry, because he just falsely accused me of about I was criticizing users who is making up lies about the good users. Not a harassment. I am never harassing him in my entire life.
So why am I making this video then? Why are you apologising to me then? Is it for a different reason? Because to my knowledge, you're harassing me, and I believe that's why you're apologising me for. Or is it something entirely different? Let me know. But I see it as you're harassing me.
He also false report my community post.
He reported your community post because you were harassing me. You totally deserved that.
That's one of the worst experiences I ever seen. Yeah, Foxy the Wolf needs to apologize for everything he done to me.
Foxy the Wolf does not need to apologise to you at all. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's just trying to support me because you were harassing me. So if anything, you need to apologise to him.
Because I have made a furious message out of him.
I mean, of course you did.
Because what he did was false. I told him to stop. I told him to stop milking my drama. I already stopped doing that.
So when you don't want something to happen, that's fine. But when we don't want something to happen, that's a problem. You make no sense. You're acting like you own the internet when you don't. So that's a perfect example of how ironic you are. So when you called me an entitled skank Karen, just remember that and then think of how you're acting. And then maybe you might turn your life around. You might rethink what is right and what is wrong. That's what you need to think about every time you make a call-out video. Is what I'm doing right? Is it respectful? Does it violate the community guidelines? You know what I mean? Like, you're acting entitled. You just don't want to admit it.
Well, he did it again. That's why I got very pissed off about it.
Another thing that's ironic is you can't handle hate. You call us out for saying we can't handle hate, but when someone makes a call-out video about you, you get pissed off. That is the definition of not handling hate. Why do you think people call you a man-child and that? Because that's how you're acting. I know you're autistic and that. That's, I understand that. But even then, that's not an excuse. I'm autistic and I still know what's right and what's wrong and what to do and what not to do. So that's not really an excuse either. You know what I mean?
Yes. And except you never do any of the videos and stuff.
See, what happened to me being a skank Karen, a paedophile, a bitch, a piece of shit? What happened to all that? I'm all of a sudden innocent now? Yeah, I know, it's a little bit to take in, isn't it? I'm glad you could finally realise the truth.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I already delete my community post. I already say I am so sorry for everything I have said to you, RW Security. Yeah, I just don't want any toxic users defending criminals and sock puppets, so I just got really pissed off about it. I just don't want to be rude to you anymore.
See, that's good. That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. I got a mental health problems because I am very angry. Because I'm an autistic, I'll let you know, so...
That's what I meant by the autism thing. Now, I'm autistic as well, so you are dealing with someone with the same issues, mate. Like, I've got anger issues, but there's a way of learning to control it. I understand it's hard and that, but it's just something you've got to fight, unfortunately. That's just how life works. If you've got problems, you just got to find a way to fight it.
Yeah. If they don't stop, I'm gonna yell at him.
And that's a step back in the wrong direction. If someone's annoying you on that, just ignore them or block them. You don't just make mean comments or, harass them and that, because that's not right.
Because he keeps doing that again. Because I got mental health issues sometimes. Well, I'm calming down right now because I already calmed down.
That's good.
So, anyways, I just want to be peace. Not with that not Foxy the wolf.
Now, even though Foxy hasn't even done a single thing wrong, if you still don't want to be friends with Foxy the Wolf, just block and ignore him. Simple.
Yeah. See what the comment said. He agrees with me, because I'm very pissed off. I don't like it, and the way he did all this to me.
The problem is, you need to actually hear from someone who has experience and knows exactly everything about the YouTube community guidelines. You can't just listen to some GoAnimate or Beyond users who are usually around the age of 13, because they won't necessarily know what's right and wrong either. And since you usually show what they've done wrong, or like how they've retaliated, like how they've reacted to your statement, now obviously they're naturally going to think that they're in the wrong, because you're only showing what they've done wrong. You haven't explained to them like why they've done it or why they're annoyed at you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, you making a mistake by harassing me, like, obviously, you only showed what I did wrong. You didn't listen to what I said. But they still agreed with you anyway, because they don't know what's right and what's wrong. Like, that's not a valid way to tell if what you're doing is right. You need someone that knows the YouTube community guidelines better. Preferably someone who's an adult, is what I'd say.
He's doing this to me every time he did something stupid or ridiculous or something. I don't know why.
Because you were harassing me.
Yeah. That pisses me off. I know. Except you. I don't want to be rude to you.
And that's fine. Like, that's perfectly fine. As long as you stick to that statement and not do any of this again.
Not you. It was just him. He made a false accusation.
See, that statement right there, though, like, I don't mean any offence, but you do sound like a child saying that. It's like a kid complaining that at school, saying, "Oh, this guy's been harassing me, and I don't like it." But there's ways to control that. Like, you're gonna expect people to not like you. There's people that don't like me because I like intruder alarms and that. Not everyone likes you. That's the problem. That applies to everyone. Not everyone is gonna like you. That's how life works. You just got to deal with it, unfortunately. Only made a bit worse because you said I think you're nearly in your 30s or something, and that just makes it even worse, unfortunately. Like, you're an adult, so you've got to admit that's a bit embarrassing. So as long as you change from this point forward, there's not a problem.
I apologize to you for accusing you and for stealing of the securities.
At first I was like, what's he talking about? But then I went and had a browse, and I found this video, so I archived it, and here's this video that I'm on about, where he accused me of stealing intruder alarm bell boxes.
So one more thing to say to you. I heard you've been stealing the whole security on here from the security company. You've been stole everything. Is this true? You've been stealing all those securities?
No, it isn't true, but thank you for asking.
From the security company?
Stealing from security companies, that's a fucking new accusation. It's stuff that's been thrown away in a bin, and they don't mind me taking it. What a stupid statement. Fucking hell.
If I find out, we can get to the bottom of this. You know that. I already know what he said.
What? Who said? What are you even talking about? Because I know damn well you're not on about me.
Yes. If I find out you've been stealing all those securities from the security company, you know that. We can get to the bottom of it if I find your location on the United Kingdom.
I didn't even watch the entire video, but threatening to dox me, yeah, that's a new accusation.
Well, I'm gonna call the police. We can get to the bottom of this. You know that. That's right. You know I'm going to expose you for that. End of message.
Now, it's time to educate Dan the Anti-Criminal on where I get my intrude alarms from, because I get them from a variety of different places and different methods. So I'm going to walk you through some now, just to prove to you that I don't steal like you claim that I do. Method 1. Bin diving at houses or buildings. This does not include security companies, that'll be the next method. Now, I'm outside my house quite often, so if I notice that an alarm's been replaced, I'd usually go behind the building or at the side if there's a bin or skip. Obviously, if it's publicly accessible, then I'll rummage through it and see if I can find any bell boxes. If I can, that's a win. But if it's locked off or behind gates, then I have to call it quits, because you know, if it's not publicly accessible, then I can't do it. Method 2. Asking construction workers at building refurbs. Now, this one's pretty self-explanatory. I go up to a building that's getting refurbished. If there's any workers in there, I'd ask them, hey, is the alarm getting taken down or replaced? If so, do you mind saving it for me? Is my classic line. And if they say yeah, then I'd wait a bit, come past every now and then. If I see it's been taken down, I'd ask them again, saying, oh, did you manage to save the alarm? And if they say yeah, then perfect. If not, and it's been thrown away by another worker, then obviously I'm going to have to accept the loss. Method 3. Security companies. Now, I've been to many security companies to get alarms, but pretty much most security companies have been okay with me taking stuff. Usually I'd go to the bin first, see what I could get, and then, depending on how they are with me, sometimes they'd either just let me rummage through the bins and I can take it, or, depending on what I get out of the bin, I'd have to ask if I can take a specific item. For example, at Mayfair, I have to ask if I can take their bell boxes that have their logo on it. Oh my god, no. This has got, like, the really old logo on it.
Hello?
Hi, this is Ryan White here again. I'm the person who goes through your bin and sees any old alarm bells. There's a bell box with your logo on it, so I was wondering if I could take it or not.
Alright, let me ask for you.
No worries.
Yeah, you can take it. I couldn't speak to you through there again.
Alright, it's alright. Yeah. This doesn't apply if it's branded by any other company, but if it has their company logo on it, then I need to ask and obviously grant permission. And I've obviously had companies that flat out refuse to give me anything, so obviously that's where I just have to call it quits. You can also ask security companies directly as well if they've got any like spare bell boxes or anything inside the building that they'd be willing to lend over, but this has a very low success rate because chances are they don't have that and they just either resort to throwing old bell boxes out or just refusing to give you them entirely, which is a shame because that's wasteful. Method 4. Online marketplaces. Now, depending on what you're looking for on sites such as eBay, Facebook Marketplace, that air freshener's doing my head in. But depending on what you're looking for on eBay, it's pretty hard to come across. You only mainly find modern bell boxes on eBay, and us alarm collectors usually try and go for the older stuff. For example, bell boxes like this. Now, as they are quite rare, for those specific ones anyway, it's really hard to come across on eBay, and if you do find them, they're extremely expensive, which is usually why eBay is usually my last option. Because obviously, I don't have a lot of money, so I usually resort to just going through bins and security companies and all that sort of stuff, because it's the easiest way to obtain them in my experience, without having to pay much money or anything. I say that, but I usually get them for free, so, you know. I've only been using eBay more lately because alarm halls have been kind of stale lately, so I've got to do something to kind of jazz up my channel because, like, I don't want to, like, not upload for a long period of time either, and it sucks because alarms and electrical content is pretty much what my channel is primarily focused at. But yeah, not much to say about online marketplaces. Obviously, you can get bell boxes online. You obviously have to pay money for them, but you'll most likely just see more modern bell boxes, which aren't really that eventful. Anyway, back to the apology video.
I know you're collecting it, I figured. Because I don't want to be very rude anymore. Yeah, I'm very pissed off about them. Well, I'm just gonna move on from him. I am sick and tired of it. I keep yelling at him because I'm so furious. Yeah. RW Security, if you're watching this, I hope you can forgive me for everything I have said to you. I know. I just don't want anyone to milk in my drama. I just want to be peace and quiet and move on.
But if you want everything to be peace and quiet, then why do you keep being rude towards people? I understand, you know, if you don't like someone, but, that's not how you deal with it, and that's not how you grant your peace and quiet. It's only going to make the situation a whole lot worse.
Again, I'm sorry for calling you a British asshole or anything. I am so sorry for what I said to you. This is not a good idea to insult you. I know what I did wasn't right. You don't have to forgive me, and that's fine, and I know what I did wasn't right. If you want to forgive me, and you will be accept my apology. You don't have to. I just don't want any more drama in here. Anyway, that's all what I have to say to apologize to you.
And that's the end of the apology video. The rest of it was just the outro, and he kept saying that I apologise and I'm sorry. So I've just cut the end of it out because obviously it's all just repetitive. So, do I forgive Dan the Anti-Criminal? Now, a lot of you actually won't expect this answer, but yes, I do. On one condition. He needs to stop all this anti-criminal shit, because it is so cringe and it is solving nothing. It's just making more drama and the community just fight constantly. It's fucking stupid, cringy, stupid stuff. Like I said, Dan the Anti-Criminal, if you're watching this, you need to just, if you want to stay on YouTube, just stick to your gaming channel. If you want to criticise people, do it in a way where it doesn't offend people. And stop accusing everyone of being Barney Red without valid proof. Like, that's another thing I need to talk about, because he keeps accusing everyone of being Barney Red, or I can't remember what else he said, but it's just driving me insane. Like, ideally, he needs to stop all this off and just focus on his gaming channel if he wants to stay on YouTube. If he doesn't want to stay on YouTube, he needs to just focus on something else. Like, something else that's interesting to him, you know what I mean? Like, this anti-criminal shit needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. And that is my condition on accepting your apology. If you don't want to follow that, then that's entirely fine. You can keep doing your stuff, but just do not harass me again, because I do not want to have to escalate this, but I will forgive you for now, as long as this does not happen again. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
You don't know I'm wrong.
If you want to hear this Dan the Anti-Criminal song on loop, the link will be in the description below. Thank you for watching.
Nonsense of yours. Like, seriously? You really need to shut your mouth with that nonsense. And 3, I had to report